It is the type of news that left many in utter disbelief.
It's kind of shocking. I thought it was a myth.
With others driving 3 hours from Mississippi to Memphis with hopes of learning more about the violent attack against rapper Young Dolph, a man who proclaimed to be the, quote, king of Memphis. His fans agreed.
I love Young Dolph. He did so much for the city. I was, prayers to his family.
For 3 years, the streets of Memphis have been drenched in blood, all linked to the tragic murder of Young Dolph. As new details come to light, rumors about Yo Gotti's involvement keep stirring the pot. From street beefs to cold-blooded retaliation, the story is way deeper than anyone thought. Let's break down how things got so messy and what really went down in the aftermath of Dolph's hit. The streets ain't playing when it comes to avenging Young Dolph. Ever since dude got taken out by his rival, the body count's been rising. These alleged killers ain't just worried about the law no more. Dolph's crew has been out here heavy, making sure they get back at anyone involved. When the opps decided to take out a Memphis legend like Dolph, they probably didn't realize how deep the love and respect ran for him in the city. His people weren't about to let it slide, and they've been spinning the block, making sure folks feel that heat. As soon as Dolph was gone, things got real serious. We talking street justice at its rawest. His crew was ready to go, no hesitation. Even the cops knew what was coming. They had to tell people to stay inside and lay low unless they absolutely had to be out. That's how real it was. Now, when Straight Drop got arrested, folks started buzzing, especially about how he was even free to do dirt with his past. Let's take it back to January 31st, 2017. Dude was involved in a shootout at a bowling alley in Memphis. It went down after a big fight inside. Dude stepped out, grabbed an assault rifle from his car, and started spraying bullets at the front door. 3 people got hit. A woman took a shot to the thigh. 1 guy got hit in the arm, and another got grazed in the shoulder. Cops got a tip that it was Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, who did it, and his girl helped him dip out.
Police just arrested the teenager accused of shooting 4 people at a bowling alley on January 31st. He's 18-year-old Justin Johnson. Police say the shooting started after a fight. Neighbors say tonight they are not living in fear.
Even with the police turning up their presence around Yo Gotti's spots, they couldn't stop what was coming. Young Dolph got tragically gunned down on November 17, 2021. 22 shots hitting him all over. By the end of that year, Memphis was one of the most dangerous cities, with murders spiking left and right and bodies dropping in Dolph's name. One of the most talked about deaths was Big Jook, Yo Gotti's brother. He mocked Dolph's death, and some say karma caught up with him. Big Jook was also tied to Hernandez Govan, the alleged mastermind behind Dolph's murder, which only made the rumors about Yo Gotti's involvement grow. But just how many lives were lost after Dolph's death? Let's get into it. Dolph's 2 accused killers are now behind bars and facing trial, and their criminal records make you wonder how they were even out on the streets. On January 11th, 2022, news broke that the U.S. Marshals caught Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, just 5 days after he was ID'd as one of Dolph's killers. They had a $15,000 reward on his head, and he was on Tennessee's most wanted list. Cops tracked down Straight Drop's girl, and she admitted to driving him away from the scene of the shooting. She even pointed him out in a photo lineup. Back then, Justin, aka Straight Drop, was just 18. He got arrested and hit with charges like 3 counts of attempted murder, using a firearm in a felony, and vandalism for shooting up a truck in the parking lot. Even with all that, because it was his first offense and he fully cooperated with the cops, he ended up getting off light, a 5-year sentence followed by probation. But here's where it gets wild. Straight Drop only did 6 months before getting released early for good behavior. Later on, he got hit with a federal weapons charge, served just over 2 years, and was released again in 2021. If Tennessee had given him a harsher sentence, he would have still been locked up, and Dolph's murder might not have even happened. Before U.S. Marshals caught him, Straight Drop went on Instagram, saying he was going to turn himself in on January 10th. Instead of doing that, he dropped a music video and got arrested the next day. It's unclear if his social media helped the feds track him down, but it sure didn't help his case. Meanwhile, the second guy accused in Dolph's murder, Cornelius Smith, was already behind bars.
The trial against 2 suspects accused in the Young Dolph murder case has been rescheduled for September. The Shelby County District Attorney General's office confirms today that the defense counsel for Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith filed a motion to move the trial date. Prosecutors agreed that more time is needed to review information. The trial was set to begin June 3rd. Johnson and Smith are both facing first-degree murder charges.
He got locked up on December 9th. 2021, for jacking a white Mercedes coupe at a gas station, the same car used in Dolph's murder, which was also linked to another deadly shooting. Smith is now facing a list of serious charges, including first-degree murder, attempted murder, and weapons possession as a felon. What's even crazier is that Smith was free to do this despite a prior 2018 arrest for kidnapping, assault, and domestic violence. His baby mama had reported that he kidnapped her, threatened her with a gun, beat her, and held her hostage for 3 days before dropping her off. For some unknown reason, that whole case got dismissed. To make things even messier, a now-deleted music video surfaced showing Straight Drop rapping in front of the abandoned house where the stolen Mercedes was found. Initially, folks thought the car belonged to his associate, CEO Bobby, who had posted pictures with it on his Instagram. Another dude, Jojo Splat, was also seen flexing in front of the same car, so it seems like they were all just showing off with the stolen ride to look like they were balling. Just a week after Dolph was killed, Bobby got arrested when cops, questioning him about a stolen car, found guns and drugs in his girl's apartment. Word started spreading fast that he was being grilled about Dolph's murder, leading to rumors that he was snitching. Cornelius Smith faced similar accusations, especially after U.S. Marshals were hunting for Straight Drop following his arrest. It's wild how these dudes managed to get away with so much crime for so long. A lot of people were heated, thinking the case only got attention because Young Dolph was a celebrity. That frustration might have added fuel to Dolph's crew's fire, pushing them to hit the streets hard for revenge. Let's talk about the body count since Dolph's death. The first target was a prime example of what was coming for anyone tied to his murder or even making jokes about it. Comedian Darian DeMuni Childs messed up by cracking jokes online about Dolph's death. Just a week later, he was gunned down, marking the start of a revenge streak that wouldn't stop. In January 2022, another big name got taken out. Big Mooski, a rapper signed to Moneybagg Yo and Big 30's cousin. He was shot at New Horizon River Apartments around 7 p.m., and when the smoke cleared, a 26-year-old man was dead. Word on the streets was that Big Nusky was connected to Straight Drop, one of the main suspects in Dolph's murder. People started speculating about their ties after photos showed both of them posing in front of the same car. After Big Nusky got killed, the pain was real, but Dolph's people weren't done yet. Straight Drop and the others charged with Dolph's murder were rumored to have ties not only to CMG and Yo Gotti, but also to the Memphis gang, Trula Mafia. One of Trula's OGs, Joshua Taylor, aka CEO Teezy, was also on the cops' radar for Dolph's hit, but Teezy wouldn't be around for long. On June 14, 2023, police responded to a call on Spotswood Avenue and found Taylor dead from gunshot wounds. Reports said he had been shot the night before and was found lifeless in a car near a church. The news painted Teezy as a big-name gang member and tied him directly to the crew that took out Dolph. Another shocking death came when female rapper Destiny Golden, aka Lotta Cash Desto, was killed, showing that no one was off limits. On September 24, 2022, Desto and a friend were stopped behind a dark car at a traffic light when two shooters jumped out and opened fire, killing Desto and injuring her passenger. People started speculating that this was another act of retaliation for Dolph's murder. In a twist nobody saw coming, it turned out Desto's father, Hernandez Govan, was linked to organizing Dolph's hit.
A deadly shooting in Hickory Hill with connections to Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. Fox 13's Lakia Scott joins us live tonight from St. Francis Hospital. That's where the victims were taken. Lakia, what were you able to find out? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti.
After his arrest, Govan posted online, hinting that his own actions might have played a role in his daughter's tragic death. It was like every new victim was just another piece of the puzzle, all connecting back to Dolph's murder. Dolph's crew wasn't letting up, and their next target showed they meant business. On August 18, 2023, Memphis police reported a shooting around 9:30 a.m. at a BP gas station on South Parkway East. When cops arrived, they found black youngster's brother, Temanuel Benson, dead from a gunshot wound. The shooter didn't even bother masking up, and the police quickly released his image to the public, offering a $5,000 reward for info. This bold hit, carried out in broad daylight, sent a clear message. Dolph's crew wasn't playing around. Temanuel's death pointed straight to PRE, Dolph's paper route empire. Believe it or not, the perp's bond was a whopping $1 million.
Your bond's $1 million on that. 28-year-old Randy Ewing sinks into his seat upon hearing he has a $1 million bond in connection to the killing of Tamanuel Benson.
You've also been charged with an 8 felony second-degree murder. That carries 15 to 60 years if you are convicted.
Benson was gunned down outside of a BP gas station on South Parkway East last August. Before the shooting, court documents say Benson and Ewing were seen arguing. Once Benson turned away, Ewing allegedly shot Benson in the back of the head and then fired shots into a vehicle. Another man was also shot, but survived. Law enforcement spent months tracking Ewing down, even offering a $5,000 reward. 6 months later, officers had a break in the case.
Black Youngsta had beef with Dolph that went way back, initially sparked by Yo Gotti. In 2017, Youngsta got arrested for allegedly trying to take Dolph out when over 100 shots were fired at Dolph's SUV. The tension between them had always been intense, with Youngsta always ready for a face-off. Now Black Youngsta had to deal with the pain and anger of losing his brother, caught up in the endless cycle of revenge, allegedly carried out by Dolph's crew. Through all the chaos, the main target of Dolph's beef, Yo Gotti, seemed untouched by the retaliation, but Dolph's people were determined to make him feel the heat too. They even doubled down on his family, going so far as to target his mom. She was lucky to escape, but his brother Big Jook wasn't so fortunate. In a cruel twist, Big Jook was attending a funeral when he met his own end. On the day he was killed, he was paying his respects at a loved one's service. The brutal attack sent a strong message.
Sources close to the family of rapper Yo Gotti confirmed the man killed outside a Hickory Hill event center is Gotti's brother. Memphis police identified him as 47-year-old Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Mims was shot in the parking lot of Pernon's Restaurant and Event Center. Another man who was shot is still alive but in the hospital. Tonight, police are looking for a white Ford Explorer SUV in connection with the shooting. It has dark tinted windows and black wheels. A witness told police they saw suspects in the SUV speeding away, and surveillance video also shows this.
PR artist Grove Hero had previously claimed online that Big Jook was the one who put a $40,000 bounty on Dolph's head after his murder. Grove Hero had warned that it would be on site if he ever ran into Big Jook, and it looked like those words turned into reality.
Bro, I couldn't hear that, bro. Dana put tears in my eyes, bro. When I heard that little boy Trey say, "Man, I miss my dad, mom." When I heard that me up, bro. And keep in mind, I said, if I see Jook, if I see Gotti, if I see Migo, or if I see Youngster, I'ma get on that ass. This shit ain't got nothing to do with nobody else, bro. I said if I see them folk, because these folk had something to do with it, bro. These folk don't know that Jook put a hit out, bro. Don't know this, you know what I'm saying? But nah, all that, bro. I need to say that. Ain't gonna say that. Ain't gonna tell the truth, bro. Ain't say, man, hey, bro, how you gonna feel? Told you, hey, man, look, bro, my Jook put a $40,000 hit on you, bro. Like, man, come on, bro.
It seems like they were fully committed to catching Big Jook off guard. On January 13th, Anthony Mims, aka Big Jook, and his brother Yo Gotti attended a farewell service for their relative OG Eric Bolden. Yo Gotti wasn't at the repass, or he might have met the same fate. Big Jook got into his vehicle, and rumor has it that Gotti's mom was also in the car, but that didn't stop the shooter from spraying the car with bullets. Miraculously, Gotti's mom managed to escape and run for her life, but Big Jook wasn't as lucky. He was rushed to the hospital, but sadly didn't survive. Witnesses and security cameras caught a white SUV without plates speeding away, and now the police are on the hunt for the vehicle. It all seemed to come full circle with Big Jook after Dolph's murder. Jook was one of the main ones clowning on Dolph. In one clip, he's seen mocking Dolph's death and taunting his artists about joining CMG for the money.
A lot of you rap out here, man. Can't do no shows. Ain't save no money. So guess what? I'm gonna come say today. I'm gonna come pay you rent if y'all got somewhere to stay. I'll pay your car note. I'll pay your jewelry note so you won't get repoed. You feel me?
In another video, he disrespected Dolph while filming a mural of him.
I don't paint no bitch beside two real in the middle, man. Y'all don't do that, man. Don't fuck about legacy. So right here, y'all.
As more info came out, it became clear these killings weren't random. They were all tied to Dolph's assassination. Footage surfaced showing Big Jook chilling with CEO TZ, who was allegedly involved in Dolph's murder. They were spotted hanging out at Jook's birthday party, showing how close they were. But that's not all. Big Jook was also seen in pics with Hernandez Govan, the guy accused of orchestrating Dolph's hit. With these connections, it's no wonder people are saying Yo Gotti might be next if he isn't careful. Everyone knows about the long-standing beef between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph. This rivalry goes way back and has had some serious fallout. Yo Gotti was Memphis's biggest rap star until Dolph stepped on the scene in 2014 with his mixtape, High Class Street Music for American Gangster. During an interview on Sway in the Morning, Dolph explained why he didn't sign with Gotti. He wanted to invest in himself rather than join another artist's movement.
Gotti wanted me to do man, come on, bro, let's do CMG paper route. That's cool. I'm knocking for that. If I was him, I would have came to me like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But only thing was going to happen behind it was people like, oh, he popped off because of Gotti. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which I can't do that because I got too much of my own time and money invested in it. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said,
and I know Gotti respect that because he did the same thing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying, people that done been through this, they know exactly what I'm doing right now. So they can't do nothing but respect it. You know what I'm saying? It take a lot of hard work to get to where you are.
Apparently, this decision rubbed Gotti the wrong way and sparked the root of their beef. On February 11th, 2016, Dolph threw some shade at Gotti on Twitter, saying Gotti wasn't happy with his success. He tweeted, "Bro went from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to being my biggest hater," calling out Gotti's failed attempt to sign him to CMG. Later that month, Dolph announced his debut album, King of Memphis, which ruffled some feathers since Gotti had often called himself the King of Memphis. It looked like Dolph was taking a direct shot at him. Things really heated up in March 2017 when Gotti's CMG artist, Black Youngsta, posted a video going off on Dolph, questioning his King of Memphis claim and even threatening to slap him. Youngsta took it further by pulling up in Dolph's South Memphis neighborhood with a crew, filming the whole thing while holding heavy artillery.
Right now, cuz. Right now, cuz. What Dolph at, cuz? Where he at, blood? Where he at? Where he at right now? Where he at? 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 See the lamb in the back? You see me? Dolph at, cuz. Where you at, Dolph? Where you at? Where you at? We in Cascade right now. We just left the store.
Even though Gotti later said he didn't ask Youngsta to do that, the beef escalated. Both rappers dropped diss tracks aimed at each other, and things got real when Dolph's car got shot up. Luckily, Dolph was unharmed since the SUV was bulletproof, but his luck ran out the next time.
Bullets fly near the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Tourists ducking and a rap artist was hit and seriously injured. Tonight, police say an ugly rivalry may be behind that shooting. KCON's Crystal Cruz is live in Hollywood right now with the latest on this investigation. Crystal.
Hi, Jeff. Highland and Hollywood back open tonight. So is the Lowe's. But now we know who police want to talk to help fill in the blanks.
And I never had no budget because I got it up.
The LAPD now wants to talk with rapper Yo Gotti following a shooting in front of Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood.
The individual you've mentioned has been possibly identified as being involved in what took place earlier. To what degree, we have no idea at this point.
100 shots.
Another rapper, Young Dolph, in critical condition, shot several times in the body, and police say they have hotel security video they're now looking over.
In the video, an individual produces a gun, a suspect, and he fires toward the individual who was shot.
Detectives looking into the possibility of bad blood between rival rappers. Several months ago in North Carolina, Young Dolph's SUV was shot at 100 times, but he wasn't in it. Witnesses heard the shots here in Hollywood, and nearby security video captured a person running from an SUV.
I've heard about 9 pops, like, pop, and then there was a series. And then it stopped.
After Young Dolph was shot, he walked to a nearby shoe store for help. The suspect's gold Cadillac Escalade was found at a gas station nearby, and officers detained 2 men for questioning.
He was shot outside the Shoe Palace, and Gotti was named a person of interest by the LAPD. Word was that both Dolph and Gotti were staying at the same hotel, and their crews got into it, leading to a fistfight and then gunfire, leaving Dolph wounded. Gotti was charged with attempted murder, but the charges got dropped. Still, the streets don't forget get, and Gotti keeps losing people around him. At this point, it's clear nobody's untouchable, especially when it comes to those who loved and respected Dolph. They're willing to do whatever it takes to get revenge on anyone tied to his murder. These bodies dropping are said to be just the beginning. Word on the streets is that there have been way more killings over Dolph than we even know about. Makes you wonder if those involved in his death still think it was worth it. Street hits always end in mourning sooner or later. RIP to Young Dolph and all the others lost in this madness.